Hello guys, I hope you're having a good day today. Today is the start of a new series for my channel titled The Long Haul. I felt like when I was doing reviews, I wasn't having enough time to really try out a product, usually just a few times before putting up a review. And going forward, I would like to give myself more time, at least a month, especially when I'm checking out a new brand. So I hope you guys like this idea. I tacked haul on at the end of it because of course I spent my money and it is a haul video. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I think it just makes more sense for me. It doesn't mean I'll never do like a first impression review, but I will title it as such when I do one of those. I did a video back in the beginning of the year called Brands I Want to Try in 2019, and Glossier was one of 6 brands I mentioned, so that's who I'm starting with. I like Glossier's general aesthetic. I like their vibe. I feel like they're like the quick, no makeup brand, even though I don't often do that. I like the idea of quick and simple, and I like the packaging. I think it's very cute. So I was very excited to check them out. I got mostly makeup and a little bit of skincare as well. It wasn't a huge haul, but I feel like it's enough to really test out the brand and see what I think of them. So if you're excited for today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and let's get into my thoughts on Glossier. So this video is going up way later than I wanted it to. I wanted to have this done about 2 weeks ago. I'm running a little bit behind, and I'm currently testing out another brand for a long haul. I'm using Lush Skincare for the entire month of April, and I really wanted to have a video of the next 2 items, the skincare items from Glossier, and me using them, but I don't want to compromise those results. So unfortunately, I don't have that, but I feel like I had enough time with them to give a decent review. I'm gonna start with the Milky Jelly Cleanser. And oh boy, did I love this cleanser. I was so pleasantly surprised. I'm so picky when it comes to cleansers. My skin is fairly dry, but that doesn't mean I like a residue left on my skin unless I'm going to bed. Then I like to be covered in oil. But after I cleanse my skin, I like it to feel soft and hydrated, but not oily. And then on the flip side, I don't want it to feel stripped. I don't want it to be too much foaming or sudsy action and make my skin feel stripped. Just want it to feel clean and soft. This totally did that. And also too, I was pleasantly surprised about how well it removed makeup. Typically I do a double cleanse, but the first time that I used this, I was in the tub and I forgot to take over my Pharmacy Green Clean Cleansing Balm. Didn't want to jump out of the shower and potentially break my neck, or jump out of the tub and potentially break my neck. So I just went in with this on its own, and it removed all my eyeshadow and my liner. I think the mascara was a little bit stubborn, but I was still pleasantly surprised that it did remove that much. I want to show you the consistency of it. It is like a jelly, and when you put it on for just removing eye makeup, you can put it just on dry skin, and if you are using it to cleanse with, then you put it on damp skin for all over the face cleansing. But it does not set up. I do believe it is soap free. There's actually some claims on their website that I want to read to you. So the claims here say it is hypoallergenic, dermatologist tested, safe for the eye area, ophthalmologist tested, appropriate for all skin types. It is soap free. I love that you can use it no matter your skin type. Paraben free, sulfate free, cruelty free, non-comedogenic, and it is also vegan. And I forgot to say too, with the eye makeup removal, I almost said eye removal. Eye makeup removal, it does also have the same ingredient that is found in contact solution, and it's so gentle on the eye area. It doesn't sting or irritate. Definitely one of the top cleansers I've used. As far as the scent goes, it says that it's floral and rose on the website. I would say it's like a diluted rose or a muted rose. It barely comes through, and it definitely doesn't stay on the skin. So if you don't like fragrance, or if you don't like floral fragrance, I don't think you would have a problem with this cleanser. I am kind of looking forward to finishing up my 30 days of trying out Lush Skincare, because I'm excited to get back to this cleanser because that's how much I really enjoyed it. As far as the price goes, this is 6 ounces, right? 6 ounces for $18. They also have a travel size. That one is 2 ounces for $9. I was this close to going with the mini just because I have so many backup cleansers, and I'm glad I didn't. I feel like, one, they're kind of a waste of money, and I have enjoyed this one so much, so I am glad I got the full size. Highly would recommend this, especially if you just want a gentle cleanser, if you find a lot of them irritate your eye area, or if you don't want a lot of fragrance. I would highly recommend this cleanser. Another stellar item, this is probably my second favorite thing that I tried. This is the Balm. Birthday cake is what it tastes like. It is delicious. It has a little bit of shimmer or sparkle to it. I'll show you guys what it looks like. It is a very thick balm. They are universal salves. I haven't salves. I hate that word. Salves. Disgusting. I hate that word. Anyway, so you can use them on different areas of the body like elbows, cuticles, heels, anywhere that might feel dry. And I haven't tried it for that just because it has that shimmer in there, even though it wouldn't be that big of a deal. It is very subtle. And today I have it paired over a lip liner. I have worn it over lipstick, lip liner, and then also just wearing it alone. And every time I think it looks really pretty. They have 7 different flavors, including an unscented version. They came out with a mango one that has like a sheer coral tint to it. And they also have a rose that has a sheer pink tint to it. I definitely want both of those. As far as how it actually feels on my lips, that's what you're here for. That's what you want to know. It has castor seed oil, kapuasu butter, as well as beeswax. So this is not a vegan formula. I do want to note that, but it is so moisturizing. At the time, I was going through my project pan when I received this, when I got this in the mail. I was going through my project pan, trying to get through my fresh sugar coconut lip treatment. That's what I was panning. And I had been using that for like 2 months straight. I was so sick of using it. So I ran out of it at nighttime. I was so relieved to have something new to try. And even with the sparkles, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna put it on at nighttime and try it out. And I was so impressed by it. 2 hours later, I was watching a movie. I think I was drinking like a LaCroix or a bottle of wine. I don't remember what it was. I think it was a LaCroix though. And I had finished my drink. I was sipping regularly. And 2 hours later, I just did like one of those numbers, and my lips felt conditioned. So conditioned. They were so soft, and it wasn't like where there was residue left from the balm. It was completely gone and off my lips. My lips just felt soft. And for me, that's such a big deal because I have very dry lips. I'm always applying lip balm and treatments and moisturizers, and nothing seems to work. So I had been reaching for this religiously. This is actually the first time that it's been out of my purse. Another thing I would highly recommend from Glossier, definitely check it out. Ever since I bought this purchase though, I just think it's funny, I have to mention this. Ever since I bought this purchase, I have nonstop ads for thebalm.com on my Facebook. It's every day. Every time I log on Facebook, I'm like, I already bought the damn item. Why is it still here? But nevertheless, wonderful product. The next item I got, and the last item in the skincare category, is the Moisturizing Moon Mask. If you saw my brands I went to try in 2019 video, this was the product that got a shout out. Like, I really wanted to try this. This is one of the first things I ever pinned on Pinterest, so it has been like 6-7 years that I've wanted this mask. Hayley Williams from Paramore talked about it in an interview, like what she uses on her skin. And she's like my hair idol, my idol in life. I think she's so cute. I love her so much. And I wanted this ever since. So finally got to try it out. I'm going to show you the inside because the consistency is a little bit different. It's $22. If I didn't say that, I can't remember. It's one of 2 masks that they carry. So they also do a clay mask that's going to more like absorb oil, and this moisturizing mask. And it's kind of got like a jelly cream kind of consistency. You can see it goes completely translucent. It says to leave it on the skin for 20 minutes on damp skin, leave a thick layer. And I used it that way about 3 times. And then I also saw someone say in the comment to try it as an overnight mask, which I did as well, using a thin layer, applying it like a moisturizer, and then rinsing it off in the morning. I did really like it. It did give my skin like a nice healthy glow and felt hydrated. It has aloe in it, honey in it, as well as hyaluronic acid, you know, my challenge word. And it also brightens the skin with lemon and licorice. Great ingredients in there. I did enjoy the mask. I don't know if I would repurchase it, but just because I have so many other masks and there's so many I want to try, I wouldn't not recommend it, but it's just something I wouldn't personally repurchase. But I am looking forward to using it up. I don't think it's a bad product at all. I do want to describe the scent because I think it's a little bit different. I appreciate that they don't use like a lot of synthetic fragrances in their products. Nothing smells super strong except for the Balm.com that has quite a bit of flavor. The smell here is almost like medicinal to me, but not in a bad way. It doesn't smell like gross. It's just like light. It smells like ingredients. Maybe a little powdery medicinal. That sounds so pleasant. I don't hate it. I don't think if you don't like fragrance or anything, this would be fine. It's super, super light. So I liked it. I just wouldn't buy it again, but I'm not telling you guys not to buy it. It's a fine product. And moving on to makeup, if you saw my thrillers and killers for March, you already know that I love these. These are the cloud paints. I bought 2 of them. These are $18 each or 2 for $30. So if you want to save a couple bucks, that's what I did. I just really couldn't decide on which shade I liked more. I have Beam, which is a soft peach color, and then I also have Dusk, which is a nudish brown. I wear them both together very often, but I have worn them both alone. Starting with Dusk, that's the one I tend to put like more on the outer part of my cheek. I wear like a bronzer or a contour kind of shade. Just gives me a little bit of something. I really like the tone of it. I was nervous about it. I saw it online and I was watching other YouTube videos trying to see how it looked on fair skin, and I am pleasantly surprised it is not too dark. The other one, Beam, I think it looks so natural on my skin. It just gives me a dewiness. It looks very fresh. It makes me look very awake. Love these. I love them together. I love combining the two. They have 6 different colors. The other color I would like, they have a coral one as well. I think I'm going to pick that one up next. I really like how they blend out together. They play well with everything I put it over. And also too, they don't attach to my dry spots. I find that happens a lot with cream products. They can look very blotchy on my skin once they adhere to that dry patch, and I haven't had that happen yet with these, so super impressed with that. And I love the packaging. I love that they don't have like a plastic cap or something that I would worry about falling off. These screw on. The only thing I want to mention with these two, you just want to be careful with how much you're taking out. You only need a tiny bit, tiny bit. And I start with my pinkies and just kind of dab it on. Highly would recommend these as well. Next thing I tried in the makeup category is the famous Boy Brow in the shade Brown. They have 4 different shades, a brown, a blonde, a black, and not really a shade, but clear. And it is $16. My overall feelings on this is meh. Did not love it. I wanted to. If you have watched my videos before, or any of like my favorites, I love Milk Kush Fiber Brow Gel. It is my ride or die. I'm obsessed with that. And I just wanted to try this out because it was so popular and maybe compare the two, and I did not feel like it compared. My biggest gripe with this, it is very conditioning. So if you want just that with a little bit of tint, then this is your solution. It doesn't deposit enough color for me. It's just so light. It just doesn't give me enough. I'm going to show you the other one just so you can see it. So this is Milk Fiber Brow Gel. And I know the shade is different, but just the pigment's different. It just doesn't give me enough. It does feel nice and moisturizing, but it just doesn't give me the effect that I would like to have on my brows. Another thing I want to note that I think is just kind of strange, compared to the Milk one, the fibers or the little applicator is a lot softer, and it's also just a teensy bit smaller. And even with that, what surprised me, I have a very, like I said, dry skin, so my forehead is generally dry and so are my brows, and I don't always remember to actually exfoliate my brows even though I should. And what happens with Boy Brow that does not happen as often with the Kush Fiber Brow Gel is that it makes my little dry skin flakes flake up, and it's not a good look. It's not very pretty. I don't know why that happens because the applicator is smaller and it's not as scratchy as the Milk one, but that's just something else to note I thought was really weird and that I didn't like about it. So I would pass on Boy Brow. I just think there's other better products out there, but everybody else loved it, so I don't know what to tell you, but I did not love it. And the last thing I have to show is the Lidstar in the shade Cub. This one is described as a rose gold with a warm shimmering effect. Very subtle shimmer, if I may add. I have it on my lids today. These are $18 a piece and they have 6 different colors. They also do a duo where you get a little bit of savings. I almost did that. I almost picked up another one, but I decided to see if I liked the formula first. I really like this formula. I was very surprised. Like I said before, I'm very picky when it comes to cream products and I'm actually a little bit scared of them. Cream eyeshadows, I feel like have a tendency to feel really heavy on the lids and they also feel wet. This one does not. You can barely feel it. And I'm just going to show you on my hand because if you keep working it in, it'll completely rub in and become like almost translucent to where there's no color. formula is so silky. I really like the way it feels on my eyes. I've worn it by itself and just blended out. I've also worn it with shadows with no difficulty. I thought maybe with shadow it may like get a little bit like particly or get chalky, and that hasn't happened with this one. I don't think you need all 6 shades, and maybe if you're someone who does like the no makeup or like something quick and easy, I don't need all 6 shades, that's for sure, but I would like one more. I think the green one, I think that would look really pretty, like smudged out as like an eyeliner. Very happy with this. It is crease proof. It does exactly what it says it's gonna do. I also like the packaging. It reminds me of like a little chemist tube. I just think it's cute. I really like their packaging. I think they're like just a cool brand. They're just a cool brand. So I'm really happy with everything. Oh, one more thing I wanted to talk about was the perfume I tried. I tried a sample of You. I talked about in the brands I want to try in 2019. I shouted out their perfume. It is $60, and I almost bit the bullet, and I almost added it onto this purchase. As I've gone cruelty-free, I've been wanting to replace my non-cruelty-free perfumes, and I'm really glad I didn't. I saw that it was a dupe for Mason Margiela by The Fireplace, which is like $120 and not cruelty-free. And while I agree that is the scent I got upon initial sniff, if you will, the undertone of it was Abercrombie and Fitch. It's gross. I hate that smell, so I'm really glad I didn't pick that up. It might work for you. I know perfume is so personal and it depends on each skin type, or not skin type, more like body chemistry, and it did not work for me at all. It actually gave me a little bit of a migraine, so I would pass on that one. But everything else I really loved. I enjoy Glossier overall. The only thing I didn't like was Boy Brow, and like I said, if I hadn't already loved the Milk Kush Fiber Brow Gel, it would have been okay, but I'm so in love with that one that it just didn't work out for me. If you guys have favorite products below from Glossier, let me know what they are. I also, too, I wanted to say they came out with Glossier Play shortly after I made this purchase. They have a mustard liner that looks amazing. They also have a gloss that I've heard really good things about, so that's what I plan on picking up next. Anyway, I thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon.